Oh my goodness, that's the wrong
Wow.
one.
So we're coming up on a year.
Are you? Damn it.
Well, we've been around for almost a year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's make sure
It
I've got...
simultaneously feels longer and shorter.
That's not the right one.
Hello, everybody. Quest and Jester, hope you're having a good day. Because I am. I'm having a great fucking day.
We had an insane windstorm last night that brought more water in through the window. And they've finally agreed that they should take the siding off the building and actually look at the flashing and the weatherproofing on the window.
Yep.
No, I told him that the first
Dan is
time
just like, called it.
I told him that the first time the guy came in. I was like, hey, a little bit of caulk isn't going to fix the underlying issue. If moisture still gets in behind the wall, it's still going to come in where the...
I love how you
failed.
Had to pronounce the L in that word.
Yes.
I've never heard anyone pronounce the L in that word.
I've been saying that word a lot, and I realized that when you pronounce it without the L, people don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and at least with the L, they're like, oh, okay. There's a TikToker that I like. I think it's like the jazzy singer or the jazzy male voice or something, and he's got this really good song about every now and then you have to pull out your caulk because it's wet downstairs. It's a great song.
Hate that so much.
He's got a lot of great little songs that he sings.
Well, just to show my age, webcomics. Did you ever read Control Alt Delete? No.
I read LFG.
Have you heard the oh fuck, what was it? It became a meme. Loss, which is like he did a webcomic of like the characters going through a miscarriage, and then it just became like a giant meme through the internet. Anyways, now that we're gonna move away from that depressing part, he did one thing where like the main guy goes to like a Home Depot, and he's like, I need that sticky stuff that like seals around a window, and the guy's like, oh, caulk, you want caulk? Yeah, I've got big tubes of caulk, I got little tubes of caulk, I got black caulk, I got white caulk.
A lot of jobs could use a little black caulk.
This is what we're starting with?
I think a lot of times people stick to the white caulk a little too much, and they need to branch out so that their work is appreciated by a larger variety of people.
This is the hill that we're dying on today.
We're also killing a little bit of time so that Amber can get home and get logged in.
We could do it in another way.
No, this is a great way.
You don't like talking about stripping, weather?
Springer's like, I'm going back and clipping all of this at the end of this. It's just gonna be me saying everybody should branch out and try a little black caulk.
It's gonna be a great way to promote our channel, you know that, on TikTok.
Well, not everybody has to be critical role level serious, guys. Come on.
Oh yes, because they've never made a dick joke.
You're an 18 plus.
Yeah, we are rated M for mature.
And they aren't?
I thought we were rated I for immature.
Yeah, no, that's the joke. Is we might not be mature, but we are rated M for mature, so our immature jokes don't get us in trouble.
Speak for yourselves. I'm the epitome of maturity.
But tonight is Veridia, Roots of Ruin. Fox has some quick announcements.
Not that quick. Well, we stream multiple times a week. There is Wednesdays with Veridia, all usually at the same time slot, 9 p.m. EST. We also have Sunday, Herald of Rain, run by me. And Tuesdays, we have a bi-weekly campaign called When Nine Lights Rise, run by Amber, so come join us next week, where we shall return. The thing is, this Sunday is a special little occasion. We're having, instead of my DMing, we're having a cute little one-shot called Nikuman's Workshop, run by a new DM that's joining the gang and are rising to status of I have now DM'd officially. And we shall look forward to evil characters and other such shenanigans over in the city of Damietta. So come check us out.
Looking
can also
forward
check
to
out
evil
other stuff.
characters.
Yeah, I'm playing a ninja. Well, ninja-esque. I'm gonna
Amber, you already play an evil character.
That's true.
Oh, but I'm like an evil like game.
One
I
shot?
should play 2 evil characters, to be fair.
I'm evil.
Well, if we're all evil, then who's the edgy one?
I think I'll win Edgelord of the Year with this character.
Oh god. It's that kind of competition?
One of you is not as evil as the other players. I'm not going to tell you who.
Aw, how nice!
Well,
I bet it's me. Y'all are fucking weird.
my character's not the nice person.
Well, if you want to see our other stuff, Azrael also has TikToks for short form dopamine content, for us Gen Zers. You can check out his TikToks, or you can check out Booty's longer streams. Sometimes he streams games and other stuff when he's not DMing and being serious. You can go and annoy him on his personal channel. Or you can check out Springer's Knives, which are glorious. Unlike Booty streams, I'm kidding. Springer does knives. You can customize them. I think there's cool new designs that might come out soon. So, keep an eye out. In the meantime, back to Veridia. Should we do a little recap?
Yeah, who wants to do a little recap for me? Somebody other than Nalvinia.
That would imply that I took notes.
You literally have a folder for your notes on
Yeah.
the journal
You
tab.
literally
Yeah,
made
and-
Make Fox make you a journal for your notes.
Yes, I'm aware of that. And if I recall last time, I spent the entire time trying to keep a 3-year-old entertained and not destroy my entire desk. So
Let's hear it
Is she back?
from Brayron's perspective.
Let's hear
Oh,
from
she-
her
she-
perspective.
she's in bed, thankfully.
for
Graham's
now.
perspective. We finished the previous session talking about the various different quests we wanted to go on and do, and we visited the Adventurers Guild, signed up to be adventurers. We still haven't decided a name, even though we were supposed to. Might be calling ourselves Twilight's Reach, which ain't bad. It ain't bad. And then let me bring up the quest we're signing up for. We are possibly signing up for the Stillwater Regatta, but it depends on getting a boat. If the people finish building a boat, we're gonna talk to Lady Valerie in Mira's Bastion for more information, which is a secret mission requiring discretion, stealth, and investigative experience. We are not going after the monkeys. Absolutely not. Bran vetoed the monkeys. It's just too much chaos. We want to see where the rum has gone, but we haven't gotten a chance to talk to the Heath Spice Distillery. We will go check out the coastal cave system. There's a new cave opening up, just up the north coast. We will check out Kraken's temple at some point, and this is all happening as we organize it and figure it out. But we've got to talk to the author of the book, Kraken's Temple, Fact or Fiction. Basically, he wants us to clear the path to the temple and no more. Literally no more. Lastly, we're going to see what's happening at the oak logging camp. It's kind of disappeared since no more reports, and they have sent a bunch of adventurers out to get it, to find out what's happening, but those people have disappeared too. So those are the missions we want to do in no particular order. And then as we were getting ready to head over to the Cartographers Guild to finalize some of these things, and we're head to the various different meeting places, the storm warning went off. And basically all of the Adventurers Guild was mobilized to the docks to try and save people before these wild magical storms come in and typhoon, monsoon, take out all the low-lying docks in the poorer areas of the city. So the Twilight's Reach group, us, went out and we saved a bunch of people. We kind of split up a little bit, but we did pretty well to rescue people and save people. And then after that, I can't remember what happened.
I'll fill in a little bit here.
Sure.
There was another contract you guys wanted to pick up. Private. It was just called Discretion Required. You were told that a meeting would be arranged between you and Lady Valerie at the Manatee and Patisserie for some sort of private contract that she has. And after the storm cleared, you guys made your way back to the Vesperax Manor, where you were hunkering down to ride out the rest of the storm. Given some information that these wild storms, they can last days, sometimes even weeks on end.
Was that where Brern tried to go into the
the
head of the family's library wearing nothing but a towel?
Yep. There was some interesting decisions on appropriate attire while in a mafia boss's house, and what you can and can't wear trying to get into his office. So
Hey, Brern's got nothing to hide.
yeah, apparently. The guards weren't impressed with what they saw, and everywhere he goes, he's getting shadowed right now. But to draw it, Drift did have a vision, a dream, whatever you want to call it, while he meditated. Something going on there that your other characters aren't aware of. We're in the morning. It is still storming outside. Nalvinia had found a little cup of coffee that seems to be alive.
Blobber.
Oh,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Homebrew.
The
Blobber.
Blobber. So, as we settle in for tonight, it's day 2. The storm is going to drag on for another 5 days. Furiously carving at the bones of Stiltshaven. Up here on Mira's Bastion, this elevated portion of the city, this bluff of rich people that overlook the city below, you're spared the assault of the seawater, the rising waves, but not the howling wind, the driving rain, the lightning. We're going to change the music. I have to remind myself.
Dun dun dun.
Damn, I was just getting calm.
As the wind continues to howl, the rain continues to pour, tearing at the very earth itself as if the gods are angry with humanity. We need to resolve what happens to the city over the next 5 days. So, for the next little bit, we're going to put away your guys' character sheets. and you're each going to play a portion of the storm. And I've kind of divided it up already based off of where I think your character fits in the best. So Nyx is going to be rolling to see what happens to Mira's Bastion. Drift, you're going to be rolling to see what happens to the slums, since that's where you are from originally. Rarn, you are going to be rolling for the floating market, just because you wasn't really a part of the city that you fit in the most, so as a traveler, that would be most likely the area that would associate deepest with your character. And now Vinia, being a ranger who likes to explore the wilderness, she'll be rolling for harbor. Being that that's where all the travelers come in and out, the closest connection to the wilds. So the way this is going to work, you guys are the storm. We're going to have 5 quick rounds to see what happens. We're going to have you each make a d20 roll for each round. And we're going to add 5 to whatever you roll. That's to see if the storm meets or beats the armor class of the section of the city that you are in. There's a portion of hit points assigned to each section based off of the number of people who live there. And the cumulative damage will tell us long term what happened to that portion of the city. So, to start, round 1, I'm going to need Nyx to roll d20 for me, add 5. The armor class of Mira's Bastion is 18.
That would be a natural 1 for a 6.
Okay, on the next attack, you'll have disadvantage because of the crit failure. Now, Vinny, I need you to roll a d20 for your partner.
Okay. 14.
Is that 14 plus 5, or is that after the modifier?
14 on the roll.
Okay, so you rolled a 19, which beats the armor class of 17. I need you to roll a d6.
Oh, what I rolled the Scanlan dice, and, ouchies. That's 30.
30. Oof. Big stats. Okay. Next, Rare for the floating market.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay, go ahead and roll 8d6 and crit it. So the max would be
Plus 42?
yep,
Nope. 48.
48. 48, yeah, 48 plus.
Oh, jeez. That's 81 points of
Okay.
damage.
You get advantage on your attack in the next round, as we'll narrate what happens here at the end of the round. And Drift for the Stillwater Slums, AC of 14.
4 plus 5 is 9.
9. Okay, so it's... So
Goody, could you turn down the fantasy music in the background?
I've turned it down a bit. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. And also turn my microphone up. Double check a couple things.
Sorry for the audio issues. You know, tech likes to break right before we start.
Is it good or bad that I've just killed an entire section of the city?
Probably bad. Definitely,
Probably.
almost.
Well, I mean, if you're getting into character as the storm, fuck yeah, buddy.
Right.
Rage against the dying of the light.
It's this way. Is this any better? Hopefully. Volume was turned down. Should be better. Looks better on my end. All right. So as the first day passes, Mira's Bastion, houses built out of stone, reinforced with
Did
metal.
drift roll?
Yeah. You got a 9.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, yeah, right.
Mira's Bastion, built for this. These families have the money to reinforce their homes. They've been situated here for a long time. The wind howls, some loose tiles come down, a couple trees, but nothing falls on any homes. New Hope Harbor a little less well fared, as the stormwater starts to build up and tear at the docks, and tear at some of the lower lying buildings there. Start to see, like, if you were to look out from Mira's Bastion at the ocean below, you would start to see driftwood and things starting to float, as some of these warehouses are swamped by a massive storm surge. Suffering an even worse fate on the first day, the floating market sees a large portion break away and start to float out to sea. You can hear people, hundreds of, if not thousands of people, screaming from below as they're pulled out to sea, as a large section of this part of the city literally just floats away. And the slums, somehow built together with hopes and dreams, people lashing things together with rope, nailing things down as best as they could, is kind of spared as it stretches out around the other side of the harbor. It seems that the storm surge was worse on the northern side today. We're going to move into day 2. Amber, go ahead and give me another d20 plus 5.
Disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 does not hit. Now, Vinia, can you roll d20 plus 5 for me for the harbor?
Okay. $22. This is
20.
the Vex dice that you can blame for
22
this.
definitely hits. Go ahead and roll 8d6 for me.
Sorry, Harbor. Roll up. 28.
28. Okay. Brern with advantage.
It's a 24.
24 will hit. Go ahead and roll 8d6 for me. It's
29.
Got it. And drift.
Uh, 13 for 18.
18 definitely beats a 14, so go ahead and roll 8d6 for me.
$32?
32. Got it. On the third day, the tide starts to shift. Mira's Bastion again, all these people with this money living above the squalor of the city below, spared any real significant damage. The harbor suffers about the same amount of damage as the day before. More food spoiled, more provisions lost to the storm surge as the wind continues to push the waves in. The floating market, a lot of the buildings that were, the barges that were lashed together, the Renana Republic loses half of its fruit stands. A bunch of smaller barges of oddity shops and things are swamped underwater as the storm surge rises. But fortunately, no major portion of it floats away today. Maybe a barge or two, but nothing as significant. But as the storm continues to pound, the storm surge finally does start to rise over at the Stillwater slums, and some of the people that didn't evacuate, people who camp out underneath the catwalks and hammocks, who are crammed into buildings packed with people in one-bedroom homes, are swamped and a few souls are lost, washed out to sea. The sun rises and sets behind black, ominous clouds. You only notice that it gets slightly brighter as we pass into day 3. And Amber, give me another d20 plus 5.
Is this straight?
Straight roll.
13.
13 does not hit. Now Vinia.
11 plus 5.
11 plus
16.
5, 16 does not hit. Armor class is 17 for the harbor. Well built.
Numbers dice.
Bran, the floating market. Let's see what the storm does.
11.
11 does not hit. Drift for the slums.
Uh, 12.
12 does not hit. The third day, the sky is clear. It's eerily silent. A few people wander the streets, but those who are from Stiltshaven would know that often the storm gets calmer before it gets worse. As the eye of this hurricane passes over the town and you guys end up hitting the next portion of the storm on day 4, we're all going to roll with advantage.
We're all gonna roll with advantage.
Yep. So Nix, give me
I do not agree to this.
a d20 plus 5.
Ooh. 24.
24 will hit.
How
Go ahead and
many?
Roll 8d6 for me.
That was a lot of 5s. Holy shit.
Wow.
What was the total?
36.
Okay. Bran
Oh my
for the
God.
harbor with advantage.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Thank you.
5s.
1, 4,
Oh,
6, and then 5
Yeah, sorry.
fives.
Now Vinia for the harbor.
It's okay, but we're doing his first. Did you drop your dice, buddy?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to? I
No,
thought
no, You're okay.
Me?
I rolled a 24. If it's my turn or not.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your 8d6. Now, Vinia, what's your roll?
Oh fuck! I dropped one of my dice too. Okay, the higher one,
Yep.
23.
23 will hit. Go ahead and roll yours. And what was the damage, Bran?
30.
Perfect. Roll your damage for me now, Vinia.
27.
7. Okay. Bran for the slums. Or, sorry, Drift for the slums. I keep saying Bran. It's a fun name.
Oh, Slum's gonna get fucked up. It hit.
Was it a crit?
No, it was 19 plus 5
Okay.
for 24.
Go ahead and roll 8d6 for me.
And so you can hear the clicky clack. It's 10, 20, 28, 33.
33.
Maybe I shouldn't be using these dice.
Okay. And for day 5, the storm's starting to lighten up back to a normal roll as the final day of the storm passes.
18. Oops.
18 meets the AC, so go ahead and roll 8d6 for me.
$30.
30.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Now Vinia.
I rolled the pike dice,
Yep.
and it's a total of 10.
10.
Blessed be the
Okay.
harbor.
Yep.
I feel like we need to make a disclaimer that we're not affiliated with Critical Role at all.
No, we're not. I just bought the dice and they're cool. So I'm rolling them.
Uh-oh. Alvin. Alvin, how could you? Drift, go ahead and roll for me for a second. While Brern deals with the psychotic cat.
Same roll.
Exactly what's happening.
Same roll. Okay, roll a 8d6 for me.
It figures that my dice can't roll this good for me when I'm attacking, but no, when it's the storm, fuck the city. Oh.
You asked for it, huh?
Quite the giggle.
I'm so sorry to the slums, the poor, poor people. Oh.
That's a lot of sixes.
Poor people.
There's 5 6s,
Holy
2
fuck.
3s, and a 4 for a total of 40 damage.
Oh my god.
Nice. And, Brern, if you could give me one more d20 plus 5.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, go ahead and roll damage. 8d6 for me.
That's a lot
25.
of ones.
God. Alright. Over the course of the week, it seems like the floating market took the brunt of it. The initial storm surge as the hurricane pulled in, losing part of the town to it floating out to sea. Who knows if they'll recover it or not and when it'll happen. The last couple days, as the wind shifts and the storm starts to pass, the slums do take a massive hit. At one point, there's a fire that just rampages across the slums as lightning almost carves a line. This long line of lightning carves through. Fortunately, a lot of people did evacuate the slums. Your guys' successes on the last time that we had dealt with the storm does spare some of the devastation to the slums. But Drift, you know, and Nyx, you would know from your time spent in Stiltshaven that this seems to have been one of the worst storms in a long time. Not the worst, but it's up there from what you can remember. And you know that a storm like this, the lives lost are often counted in the thousands. You won't know the real number for a couple weeks or months, but you can just tell by the length the storm's lasting, the wind howling, that this wasn't very good. Nyx, I do need you to roll a D100 for me.
D100.
Do you want
And
the
times
final
it by
tally?
1,000.
Do you want the final tally on the damage? Because I just did the math.
Fox did math.
But, I know.
I got a spreadsheet that tells me what the final tally is.
I know, but just for
42.
the audience.
42. Okay. Yeah, go ahead for the audience. What's the total?
Okay, so Mira's got 66, which makes sense because rich people are the devil. Then Harbor was the second one, which got 85. The Slums got 105 total, and Floating Market got 165.
So,
Brand fucked up.
Nyx, what was your D100 roll again?
42.
42. On the 5th day, as the water starts to recede, the wind puts out one final gust, and you're all sitting in the Vesperax Manor as you hear this terrible grinding noise, followed by the sound of wood splintering, and then water and wind rushing. A portion of the roof of Vesperax Manor, specifically based on your roll, above Kalen's office, is ripped off of the house, and the area is inundated with storm damage. It lands, hitting the wall, breaking part of the outer wall, and It's not the first time Vesperax Manor has taken damage, but it's definitely one of the worst damages you've seen in your time. But with that, the rain does start to die down. It's still going to rain for a day or two, but the storm has passed at this point. And we find ourselves in the city of Stiltshaven, dealing with the aftermath. Real quick, throughout the storm, what are each of your characters doing? This is clearly, it's not safe to go outside. It's a hunker down in place situation. How does your character deal with that? And we'll start with Nyx and work our way across, sneak our way down, ending with Drift.
So Nyx should spend time getting to know the two new people, because that's important. She's kind of stuck with them. And then the rest of her time should be spent practicing her martial arts and reading.
Yeah, I would say you guys definitely would get a chance over a couple of meals to chat if you guys do want to act that out a little bit and see what you get from it. Now, Vinia, how's your character reacting to all of this?
So you said it's dangerous to go outside. I'm still gonna try. Occasionally when it dies down a little bit, I'll go outside with like a little hood on and just sit in the rain and watch the storm.
Okay, make a make a nature check for me. We'll call it a DC 15 to see how well you can read the storm and pick a good moment to embrace the rain.
11.
11, okay. You go to step outside, and everything seems calm. You start to walk. It's still pouring down rain. The wind's still blowing, but you're kind of in between gusts. You definitely get some time as the eye passed, to get out and wander the city and survey a little bit of the damage and jump in some puddles and whatnot.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. But you kind of step out on the fourth day at the wrong time. It looks nice, it looks like it's dying down. You get about halfway to the fountain in the courtyard, and the wind just starts howling again. Lightning flashes. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw. We'll call it DC 13.
That's not good, Nathaniel. That's not great either. Exactly 13.
So you're able to dodge out of the way as one of the benches in the courtyard gets picked up by this howling wind and is launched at your face, and you quickly do a little dive roll out of the way. You don't dive quite as far as you expect because the wind's pushing back against you, but you do manage to get out of the way and realize it's probably time to head back inside.
This place is hell for my hair. And yours. We should head back in.
Baron, what are you up to during this storm? You're
The
getting
first
followed
thing-
everywhere you go by two men of the Twilight Hand.
The first thing, before the storm gets really bad, and before the library gets taken out, Baron's going to go into his room. He's going to put on every piece of clothing he has. All of it. And then he's going to go and try and get into the library. Not like sneak in, but like walk in.
I would say that the library is currently being used as a place to house people, some of the less fortunate from the slums. It's very crowded. What are you looking to get from the library?
Basically, ancient cults, modern cults, any information on weird religious sects in this city,
And
that kind of stuff.
how much time are
Not
you
sects.
CTS?
I see you over
X.
there.
How much time are you willing to dedicate to this? There is a point at which they are going to lock the doors, board up the windows, and hunker down. So how much time are you willing to dedicate? Are you going to stay here for the whole week, or are you going to head back to the manor? And
well, no, I'm not going to any specific library. I'm going to the Kalen Vesperix's room.
When the roof's blown off. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'll probably spend a day or two.
Okay,
before it
I
gets
thought you
really
meant the
bad.
actual library
No.
nearest Bastion. It is still guarded.
Yeah.
If you're helping with the kind of like putting things in boxes and you're like quickly checking titles as you go to put them in or flicking through books before the rain comes back, like you're helping with the cleanup effort, I would say make a investigation check for me.
Well, when does the roof come off for his office?
Let me go back and look at the spreadsheet. It would have come off on day 4.
I'll spend 1 or 2 days, if they'll let me, and I'm not sneaking in or anything, just to walk in with every single piece of clothing that I have on, and I'm just gonna go and just look at the books and again look for those weird religious cults, modern and ancient, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so they're as soon as the roof is ripped off, they start kind of a recovery process to get everything in the boxes, save what they can, and store it elsewhere in the house. I'll say that given that the amount of damage that had occurred, if you're helping in that task, you would have the ability to investigate. So go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
That is an 11.
An 11. Okay. You don't really find anything particular related to cults. There is another copy of that, A Complete History of Stiltshaven book, but nothing that you haven't read before or that seems like it would, just in the quick cursory glance that you are going through this room in kind of this recovery effort, that would stand out to you.
Got it. And the second thing is, just during the storm, Brown's just gonna stand at a balcony, look out over the harbor if there's a view of it. Hands behind his back, and it'll look like he's twirling a coin between his fingers, but instead of a coin, it's just a flame.
Okay. Yeah, you look out over the city, you see a bunch of flotsam in the water. You see lightning flashing, occasionally hitting structures in town. Some of them have weather vanes or lightning rods, some don't, and you see the spark of flames that are eventually put out by the driving wind and rain.
Brown's very perturbed.
Drift, what are you doing during all of this?
I'd say the first couple days he's really trying to like focus on the meaning behind that dream vision, whatever he had. And either he's like, he'll go down for meals and shoot, at least learn about everyone else at the same time as Nyx does. But aside from that, like, he's spending most of that time either meditating or like going through his sword work, just using that focus to try to like bring it more to mind. And after, let's say, like on the third day, he's really not getting anywhere. He's gonna go talk to Thorn.
Real quick, make me an insight check as you kind of meditate on this vision that you had.
It's a 19.
19. Okay. I'll say as you meditate on it, a couple of things stick out. Just to re-hit them for your notes, because I know you had Sibby with you. The you that you saw in the reflection of the water was much more aged and scarred. If you want to roll... Oh, no, don't roll that. Sorry, I'm thinking as I'm doing this. You also remember that while your boat was in pristine condition and empty, the boat in the reflection had all of its masts broken. Some of the gunnels lay smashed. It looked like the ship had been through hell. Same style of ship, sleek, elegant, different than any ship you've seen in current times. But while yours was in pristine, perfect condition, that one was smashed. And the other thing that sticks out to you was the difference in the blade that you carry. While your blade is blackened, hilt to the tip of the blade, it looks like blackened, almost like the metal inside itself is charred. The blade in the reflection had a shark skin handle and this wave-like hamon, as we learned from Springer, is called hamon pattern, which is a wave pattern in the blade where you can tell the blade had been folded during its forging. And you just remember that almost raw sense of hatred that your reflection had. You don't know, you can't tell where it's coming from. You don't know why, but you just, that hatred resonates deep inside of you.
Okay. And just coming back, the view of myself was aged and scarred, you said?
Aged and scarred. The scars didn't match your own, but it looks just like you. And then I'll say on the third day during the eye of the storm, as things calm down, they're able to make a bigger dinner. And Nyx, if you want, this would be your opportunity to talk to some of the newcomers and kind of deepen that bond with them. What does that look like?
Well, it would be a dinner where everybody kind of gets together, and so I can never remember Fox's name.
Nalvinia?
Nalvinia. Nalvinia, you are a very strange girl.
Really?
You why are you so why are you like this? What happened to make you you?
Well, I suppose at some point I was born and then I experienced things. And I think that's what makes a person a person.
Okay, what kind of experiences?
I traveled a lot. I met Nathaniel. There seems to be something specific you want to ask for.
No, I just want to get to know you a little bit better. If we're going to be working together, spending time. It's good
Why didn't you just say so? So my favorite food is roasted chicken. I really don't like broccoli. I'd start to tell you a list of completely irrelevant things that you probably don't care about.
Right. This is fascinating information. And I mean, I will listen to it for a while. Because I opened that door.
It's never closing. And the color blue and the color pink don't really vibe, but only on Wednesdays, you know?
Yes. Can I ask you a question a little bit more specific.
Sure.
This Nathaniel you have, it's very, very interesting. You speak to him. Does he speak back to you?
Yeah. You can't hear him? Most
No.
people can't. It's pretty normal. I think he's shy. He only likes to talk to me.
Where did you find him?
In a forest. I'm not nervous, Nathaniel. Shut up. In a forest. We sort of found each other.
Roll, Nalvinia, I want you to roll a, call it history check.
Okay. 5. 7 minus 2.
Yeah, you, Nix, you don't know this, but Nalvinia, you don't remember where Nathaniel came from. Just as the bit that you can remember, he's been with you as long as you can remember, and you spent most of that time traveling.
Of course he did. He came from a tree. He's a nut. Duh. Obviously.
I see.
Do I remember what tree? No. A forest? No.
I see. So you travel a lot. You're
Yeah.
commune with nature and such. I see you like to go outside.
Yes. I don't like being trapped. I do a lot of maps. That's why the mapping guild, like Cartographers Guild, likes me. I go places and I draw them.
Very
I need
interesting.
memory when you can just draw stuff.
Brian, what about you? Where are you from?
From Guildspire. Big city across the ocean. A lot of people.
Why did you leave?
I was sent. I'm an archivist seeker. Basically, I go out, seek out old ruins, new ruins, temples, make connections, learn stuff. Kind of not necessarily spread the word, but like make friends, that kind of stuff.
I see.
Roll, Nix, you can roll a religion check or history check, your choice for me.
I'll try history. 10.
10. It's not uncommon knowledge. You don't really know much about it. You have heard of the Archivist Seekers before. Generally, they're just known to have left Guildspire in service to the Grand Temple there, and they generally are helpful most places they go. Offer cheap labor, cheap assistance, help in any way they can, usually.
What brought you to this vocation? Why did you choose this thing to do?
Kind of fell into it. My parents were, I don't want to say important people at the Grand Temple, but they've always been there. And then me and my sister just went, and it's just what we did.
So family business. I understand
Yeah.
that.
Yep. So what about you? I mean, do you do gambling, or how does it work?
Do I gamble? Only when I will win.
No, I mean,
That's
do you
not
run the
gambling.
gambling?
Oh.
Do I run it?
Yeah.
Not really.
Does it prefer walking?
Does the gambling prefer to walk? Sometimes.
Yeah.
I imagine sometimes.
So what do you and Drift do for your father?
What exactly do I do for my father? I do what he tells me to do.
Yeah, so above table, it's kind of more of like mob management, right? You don't run the businesses, but you do occasionally, you and Drift are sent to collect money on behalf of the family. You kind of oversee some of your, some of the street people who work for the family, you know, rough people up who owe debts, things like that nature.
Drift would just pipe it in and say, I enforce.
Yes,
Certainly
he
seems
enforces.
forced.
It's a very good partnership, him and I. I go
How
in.
did you even?
How did we meet?
Mhm.
Well, Drift saved my life when I was younger. It was very, very fun. I almost died. It was quite a little fight. I thought I was better than I was. Was not.
Not even close.
What did you fight? Was it a crocodile?
It was thugs that didn't understand who I was. Didn't understand the repercussions.
Okay.
But
And he just
Drift,
saved you?
he
How did you
did.
even know to save her? Wait, tell me the whole story. I want to hear the whole story.
Right time, right place.
Yes.
Okay.
For me too. Right time, right place for me too. He has been my best friend ever since.
Drift, as you talk, that scar on your neck kind of absent-mindedly, you remember it. Make a deception check for me. Deception or persuasion, your choice, to see if you're able to not reach for it.
It's both the same. That's a 10.
10, yeah. I would say that you, like, when she asks about your how you guys met, that kind of, you like absent-mindedly kind of touch that scar on your neck before you kind of get control of your hand again and bring it back down. You do kind of sometimes have that tick of, you know, your voice is always strained from it. Now, Vinia, I would say make a perception check or insight check to see if you notice.
16? Perception.
Yeah, I would say that you definitely clock him, like, as he goes to say, you know, chants. He reaches up towards his neck and kind of absently rubs at something under his clothes before he, you know, quickly puts the hand back down. Up to you whether you want to ask him about that or not.
Rashes. That happens when I step in poison ivy sometimes. I can make a cream for you. Is that what's got your voice all fucked up?
He just
Maybe
stops
you're
and
allergic.
thinks for a second, glances at Nyx, and then
scratched?
very pointedly grabs this collar, pulls it down, and there's just a jagged line goes from one side of his throat to the other.
Oh. That's a weird rash, man. I don't know about that one.
You pick it up on a blade's edge.
Oh. Why would you do that?
Get into fights.
I'll take care of you from here on out. This guy. Real troublesome.
Makes me feel all warm and cuddly inside. Great.
You're welcome.
I'll say, while you guys are all having dinner, you do get a message that some of the church was enabled to get in contact with some local druids who believe that the storm is going to pass in a couple days. Kaylin has sent assist in getting that information out, and you guys do get a note that Lady Valerie has set up a meeting for you at the Manichean Patisserie the day after the storm passes, as it still rains outside. Having heard that you guys were potentially wanting to take the discretion required job.
Now, Nyx, I've met a lot of punchers, but usually they're very religious. Where'd you learn to punch?
Is family tradition. But it's not so much religious, more working in the shadows.
Thank you for the hydrate.
With the shadows. Oh, thank you.
Are you guys having this conversation in private or like?
No, still at the table.
Okay, good. Do you like serve the light, work in the shadows, and all that?
Do I serve the light?
Do you guys
I
have like a
serve in my
creed?
family.
Oh,
The
so you're
creed
not
is
assassins?
family above all.
That
Loyalty,
sounds
loyalty
boring.
to the family.
Do you at least have hidden daggers?
No. Well, I have daggers now. Drift gave me a couple of daggers the other day.
I'll say, when you say family and loyalty above all, one of the guards that is in the room, you kind of clock as someone that has had some attitude before, and I would say everybody can make a perception check for me.
That would be a natural 20 for a 25.
Okay.
22.
14.
23.
Okay, let me see how well he whispers this to the other guard. Okay. So, as you say, family above all, that's our motto or creed. I forget how you said it. Nix, you definitely clock it, and anybody who rolled better than a 16 clocks as one of the guards leans into the other one and whispers into the other ear, family above all, and she's daddy's little princess.
Drift hears that too?
What did
Yeah, I got a 23.
Yep. You definitely hear it. The other guard kind of stifles a chuckle. Tries to hold a straight face.
Get up. And I walk over to the guard. And I tap his chest. I go, I might be the princess. That is not to be debated. But still, loyalty above all. You're part of the family. You're taken care of, yes?
Yes.
Do you have a problem with me?
No?
Perhaps be a little bit more respectful when there's company, yes?
Yes.
Somebody's in trouble.
Do I believe that he actually means it?
Roll an insight for me.
Can I get in on that too?
Yeah.
That would be a natural 20 for a 25.
She's got her fucking eye on that guy.
I fucking love this.
I did not roll a natural 20. I got a 10.
Drift, you're not able to read it. Nix, you understand that he definitely won't disrespect you in front of people again. As far as why he said it or his intentions, it isn't the first time that somebody like in the family and well respected enough to work in the manor has made little comments like that before, and usually it's dealt with pretty quickly by your father. That kind of insolence.
Is my father at this dinner?
No, he's busy trying to deal with the family business in the middle of the storm. He's been pretty busy running around the house, like coordinating with multiple messengers. He's been taking his food more in the meeting room and keeping to himself and sending runners out through the storm.
Okay. And this guy, is he family or is he just like one of the worker like loyalist, but
He's not. So a lot of the guard that work the house aren't necessarily family, but they have been with the organization for a long time.
okay. And in the past, what has happened to the people that have said something like that around my father?
Nothing in the moment.
Do I never hear about it?
You just notice that those people generally don't work in the house anymore.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times they show up a couple days later, basically demoted back to street work, general thug work, loss of a lot of pay, usually show up broken nose, black eye.
Right.
You know that if you say something, or even if this other guard that he made the comment to says something out of self-preservation, you probably won't directly deal with this guy again.
Right. So I tap him again.
Yes.
I'm benevolent sometimes, yes. This time, we will let this pass. You are lucky my father is not here to have heard this. I will not tell him. If you promise not to be stupid again.
I promise. I'm sorry for my indiscretion.
Wonderful. I look at the other guard. This did not happen, and I walk away.
The other guard just nods quietly and continues to maintain watch. I'll say the rest of this dinner kind of passes without anything going on. For the most part, the storm picks back up. Couple day-night cycles go by. Guys can take a long rest if you need it. Yeah.
Can I insight my two companions and see if I can see how they feel about what just happened?
Sure.
Sure.
Now, Vinia and Brern make a persuasion
Oh my
or
fucking god!
deception check.
Okay, I need to take a picture of this.
Another nat 20? Girl, please.
It is another fucking nat 20.
Girl, please. Put that dice on a throne. That's 3 in a row for chat. 3 in a fucking row.
Alright, that's going in Discord. So that would be a 25.
Okay. Now, Vinia and Brern, roll your perception or deception check, or persuasion or deception checks. Your choice.
I didn't even notice the guy making the comment. I just noticed her, scolding him. Let's go with a persuasion, I guess.
I can't believe I just did that. I'm sorry. I wasted them all! No!
You're good, girl. I got a 14.
14.
Baron got an 11.
Okay. And how do you guys, what are your characters responding? Like, Nyx is definitely clocking your reaction to it, whatever it is. What is your reaction?
Baron is confused because being a princess is a good thing. He thinks it's a compliment.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on. I just thought the guy got in trouble, and I was like, ooh, somebody's in trouble. And then he wasn't. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You look over, now Vinia's just sipping some tea or coffee, whatever she'd prefer to drink, just enjoying this, high on the drama moment. Just, yes, girl, spill the tea kind of vibe.
The tea here is piping hot today.
And you look at Brern, who's just head cocked over to the side, what is going on? You just said she's a princess. Isn't that what every little girl dreams about? He's just confused.
Perfect.
Drift, I also do want to circle back. You said you wanted to meet with Thorn.
Yes.
Over the course of that week. What does that look like for you? I'd say you're able to find him kind of that same day out in the courtyard doing some training with some of the newer guards.
Mainly it's just having that private conversation, mentioning what I can remember from that vision, and being like, none of this is making sense to me.
So Thorn is, though he's an elf, he's built like a brick house. There we go.
Brick shit house. There you go.
This guy looks like he eats, sleeps, and drinks in the gym, just chugging protein drinks and doing max lift squats all day.
Survives on nicotine, caffeine, and hate.
Yes, very much so. Like, not so smokes heavily out of a pipe. You know, got very gruff voice. Kind of that same Russian accent that many of the family have. Here, it's more known as the Vesper accent. Just letting it all hang out. It is a strange dream. I have not heard of past users of the blade having this sensation. The sword has been in the family for a long time. You are strongest person to wield it so far. Maybe there's some sort of deeper connection.
The ones that have used it before, has it ever changed?
See, he kind of looks back in a moment, and he's like, I think somebody once put leather on the handle. New leather. But, what do you mean by changed? Like in your dream? I've never seen the sword like that. As long as it has been in this family.
And he just pulls the sword off his back, and as it comes, like, over his shoulder as a greatsword, he brings it down, and it just morphs down into that rapier. It changes.
I would say it's still blackened. Like, every time you summon this blade, it takes whatever shape you want, but it is.
You know, I'm saying like the still black and metal, but instead of being that great sword that
Right.
it typically is,
Right.
when he brings it down one-handed, the blade narrows to like fine point rapier. Instead of having the crossguard, it has more of like a basket handle to it.
Gotcha. He says, it is not uncommon for wielder of sword to bring it out in whatever shape they prefer. But it has never had color. And still it has no color, it is black.
I just don't know what any of it means.
I am fighter. I kill things. I don't know what things mean.
Even old toothless dogs have wisdom.
Maybe you felt the storm approaching? Had strange dream, fever, bad food? Maybe you ate at that new Bach Hotel place down in the slums? You know, cheap tacos, but I hear you pay for it on the back end.
Bach Hotel. Sorry, it took me a minute.
I wonder if there's some reading I can do about it.
It is, possible. But not in Steel Saving.
That doesn't help.
We bought the sword, from vendor in City of Mythos. About, 1500 years ago.
we have a global map?
Yes. Hang on. Somewhere. That's my Gimli bot cam. Doesn't help. Give Gimli a treat.
Listen, makes his mind go 4 different ways.
Yeah. Okay, hang
Now
on
it
just a
breaks.
second. Home screens. So you guys are in Stiltshaven, roughly over here. Oh, hang on, let me actually bring you all to it. You guys are in Stiltshaven over here. Mythos and Logis lies across this mountain range way over to your... on the same continent, but far off to your east.
You know, in the settings for the scene, you can set the navigation so that we can just access it.
Well, I will
I'll do that.
have Fox work on that as we take a quick intermission and everybody gets a chance to use the bathroom, except for Fox, who needs to fix that first, and then she can use the
Fuck you,
restroom.
man.
And
Fuck
we will
you.
be back in about 5-10 minutes, everybody. So we'll see you then. back, everybody. We just did the math and figured out that the 3 nat 20s in a row, that's a 1 in 8,000 chance. So savor that moment.
It's never happening
It's
again.
worthy of a donut.
Worthy of a donut. We need that on a piece of merch. Worthy of a donut with a 20 as the hole in the center of the donut.
No. 3 20s.
Now we're cooking, guys. Now we're cooking. Okay, back to...
All right. It is dawn of the 6th day. It still rains on and off throughout the day as the storm makes its way further inland. You know, cutting a swath through the jungle, basically. The day is yours. You do know that there is somebody waiting to meet you at the Manatee and Patisserie shop. Manatee shop and Patisserie.
I'm gonna wake everybody up super early and be like, guys, we should go there. We should go there like super antsy. Like, I can't wait to get the fuck out of this place after being here for 6 days.
What time is our meeting?
It's set for like mid-morning, like a mid-morning or a luncheon, basically.
Don't have to be there until just before lunch.
We could go for breakfast. Or just wander.
We could go for breakfast.
Yes!
That's fine.
That's a great idea, Nix. Let's do that. Bert, we need to go for breakfast. Wake up. Wake up.
Sure. Yeah, I'm coming. Wait. All right, let me put on clothes.
Ugh, that's what it was.
Yeah, Braren is like thoughtfully posed in an armchair in this guest room, just stroking his. Does Braren have a beard or just bald?
No,
chin?
just yeah.
Stroking
shaved.
his chin, deep in thought, posing. Towel perfectly laying across his lap, so as all the chat is viewing this scene, there's nothing not PG-13 about it.
So just so we're clear, we're talking about him being mostly naked in his room, sitting there and stroking.
His chin. Stroking his chin. Bare naked ass on the chair.
Well, obviously, probably thinking about like different cults and religious sects.
Well,
And polishing swords.
Braren,
He's a mage. He has some polished swords.
How about you give us a monologue of what Braren's thinking as we get a knock on the door?
Brand's thinking about his various missions, the things he has to accomplish. Basically, he's still got to get up to the temple, and not to the temple. Yeah, we got up to the temple already. Got to get out to the library, get to the Cartographers Guild, talk with those people, and he's just going over the list again and again and again and again in his head, all the things that needs to happen. And at the end of each one, he's just, I am so glad we're not wrangling those monkeys.
Perfect, yeah. As you guys, Braren gets ready at the knock of Nalvinia, eagerly awaiting to go get breakfast on the town. You guys gather your stuff and head out on the town, and I'd say, are you going to eat breakfast at the tea shop, or are you looking for somewhere else to eat?
We could have first breakfast at somewhere else, because it's still early, and then we could have second breakfast at the patisserie. Explore places.
What does patisserie mean?
It's a...
Have you guys heard that word? No, I'm asking the party.
Probably do know what that is, but I don't actually know what that is.
What does that mean?
Above table, just for and for chat as well. Patisserie is a pastry shop. It's just a fancy French word for a pastry shop. So it's a tea house and pastry shop.
Brand, I thought you were an elf. It's an elven word.
Oh,
The root
it's
word?
mana tea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought
Yes.
they were talking about that sea creature. I just
It's taken you this long to get that pun?
I didn't know it was a pun. I thought they were serving up like
They're all
sea
about the
lion
mermaids.
fillet.
Manatee patisserie? You thought they were serving up manatee patisseries?
Yeah.
Or they really like mermaids.
Oh my god. You guys are hilarious.
And
Hey,
I'm the
you
dumb
said
one.
for me.
Go ahead. I will.
Someone needs to watch How I Met Your Mother.
Drift, can I have you roll a we'll call it a survival check to see how well you're able to navigate the city and find somewhere open for breakfast?
It's a nat 20 for a 23.
Nice.
You tell me what does this breakfast shop that Drift knows? What does it look like? I'm assuming this is my own personal headcanon, so I just want to see how it compares. I'm assuming it's like just the grungiest little diner with the best cup of black coffee that you could ever ask for. But you tell me what does Drift think is the best breakfast in town?
The exact opposite's a high tea house where we serve cappuccinos and frappuccinos.
I wouldn't say it's grungy, because having lived with the family for so long, like he's developed some class in his tastes. It is a very like unassuming, hole in the wall type place. Doesn't advertise, like there's no sign out front. If you were to stand in front of the building, like put both arms out to the side, you can touch like the corners of the shop, like row housing type deal.
Yeah.
So it's big enough for like the door and maybe two thin side panels of glass. And yeah, I'd say like you get inside and it's surprisingly clean compared to the exterior. Just a little. There's a couple like small tables with like two chairs on the other side against one wall, and you get to the back. It's about like 30 feet back, and there's just this little old. Let's see. Gnome has this like big contraption in the back, and just like you look at it and you're wondering like how do you get any type of refreshment out of that? And it's as soon as like Drift walks in, the gnome like peeks his head up and goes, okay, and just starts working. And
Yes.
it's the first time you see a little smirk on Drift's face. Like this is a happy place for him.
Yeah, so this
I think-
gnome, darker skin, his name's Jershawn. And if I could describe the machine, I would say it looks like how Gale brewed coffee in Breaking Bad. It's scientific. There's beakers and graduated flasks and tubes running from one place to another. There's like some magical elements to it, and things are whistling, cogs are turning, and you just look at this marvel work of machinery that pours out just one of the best cups of coffee you will have ever had.
So, has Drift taken me here? Like, do I know this? Because if I do, I'm super excited.
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, as far as like breakfast, it's very like, traditional diner breakfast of like, they got the bacon, egg, and cheese or a bagel sandwich, a breakfast burrito, but it's all just really well done. Like, it's like if you took basic breakfast food and just performed it at the highest level.
I'd say like the path that we took to get there, most places like Nick's would be thinking of like you're walking down streets. Like we're taking back alleys and like running through people's yards occasionally, and there's like still a well enough worn footpath of people going to this place that know about it. But yeah, it's not an advertised location.
Yeah, I would say it's in the Harbor District. just literally like a little hole in the wall off on the side of an alley. You open this nondescript door and there's just this tiny little like 8-table diner, no signage on the front or anything, and just Jershawn working, just this one old tanned skin gnome.
I thought you were gonna bring us to get killed. You were gonna bring us to be killed, but this place is fucking awesome. Sorry. Can I get one of those? And those? And one of those.
2 gold.
Okay. Can I get a drink too?
Comes with a meal.
Okay, good. I like it sweet.
Yeah, there's little sugar container there with a spoon if you want to spoon a little sugar in your coffee.
Is it
I
2
pour
gold?
the container.
That's because she's pointing out multiple things. It is
Okay.
it is on the pricier side, so it's like 5 silver per breakfast item, and then with a breakfast item, you do get a free cup of coffee. If you don't get anything and you're just here for the coffee, that's 3 silver.
Do you have anything like French toast with sprinkled sugar on top and whipped cream and strawberries?
French toast is pretty basic food, I think. Right?
I don't know. What do you think, Drift? This is your secret hole in the wall. You tell me.
I'd say probably not a typical thing that they make, but like Drift's standing just a bit behind Nyx and just leans around and like nods.
Yeah, he'll do French toast, but it's 2 gold.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, here you go. Here's 3.
Perfect. Go ahead and mark that off your sheet.
Brian will just get one of the basic things that Nalvinia picked out.
Yeah, I'll say you get bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, dripping with cheese, pile of bacon, some of the best bacon you've ever had. The eggs cooked just perfectly. The bagel, you don't even know how this guy toasted this bagel so evenly and so perfectly as you bite into it. And it's just an
making me
explosion
hungry.
of flavor in your mouth. And you go to wash it down with a cup of coffee. It's not acidic at all. This is the best cup of coffee you've ever had. Doesn't have any cream in it. You see Nalvinia just dumping scoops of sugar into it, and you're just wondering how could you do that without even tasting it, because this coffee is so good.
Drift's looking a little insulted.
Yeah, even Jershawn is like muttering under his breath as he's making the next cup of coffee. Whistles going off, and he's reaching up and twisting a dial to adjust the temperature.
Hey, I like it sweet. And then I drink. The whole thing.
Yeah, and I will say
Disgusting.
you guys eat a delicious breakfast, have a great cup of coffee here, and then slowly meander
Well,
your way. What's that?
As we sit down for breakfast, Bran would like to say to Nyx, "You know that wasn't an insult, right?
What was not an insult?
Being called a princess."
Oh, yes, you are so funny.
No, it really isn't. Most people don't understand what royalty has to go through. They've got to know combat skills, strategy, magic, poisons, royal intrigues, diplomacy. Being a princess is a big thing. It's very difficult. It's actually got a very high mortality rate. Most people
Are
don't
you a
understand.
princess? How do you know all that?
If everybody wants to roll a history check for me right now.
Everyone?
Yeah. Just when he starts talking about royalty.
Dirty
Just
20.
to even this shit out, I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
So 4.
Dirty 20, nat 1,
11.
11,
6.
6. Okay, so anybody who rolled higher than a 10 would know that currently in Veridia, there is. Let me pull up the map just so I make sure I get this right. Of the major city-states, only Gearwright currently has any sort of monarchy. They've maintained a royal family for the last about approximately 850 years. That's about what you would know, because Nalvinia, you might have passed through there, but with a 6, you weren't paying attention to the politics and how things were run. Braern, you know that from studying as to be an archivist seeker before you were sent out. You do have to know about the local politics of places.
And probably reading too many fiction books as well.
Yeah, and you would know that in Gearwright, their royal family is well beloved. The town, from what has reached back to Guildspire, the town is doing well under their guidance and hasn't had any real violent outbursts in the last 850 years since the family took over.
Braern will say, "You've got a good dress, right? I bet you've got a great dress."
Look down at myself. I'm not the dress type.
No, tell you what.
I'm not this kind. I'm not the princess like this. No.
No, I think you're wrong, and I think you are, and I'm going to prove it to you. Let's get.
Nyx, you do have a more ornate. It's like monk's robes, but it's it is a dress, but it gives you the mobility of monk's robes, and it's very understated, but very well made that your dad gave you. You don't really, I would say, given the personality of how you've played Nyx and what I know from your backstory, I don't think you wear it unless your dad specifically tells you, hey, dress nice for this occasion. It is set aside in your closet and maintained for special circumstances. But as far as like a princess dress, yeah, definitely not.
No.
How about this? Let's get a mission under our belt. We'll get you in that dress. Everyone will dress up, look very nice, and let's go dancing. And I'll prove to you that being a princess is a compliment.
How about no?
Why not?
I'm doing the job.
At this point, Drift's gonna lean over and just whisper into Nyx's ear and goes, "You dance?"
No. Well, sometimes.
So. Yeah, it'll be fun, and I'll prove to you that it's a compliment, and that being a princess is a hard job that vast majority of people couldn't do. I'm not insulting you.
Not being said that's a compliment. It was snide.
Yeah, but it's how you take it. That's the important part.
No, the important part is how it comes across. It was being disrespectful. He was saying it to be disrespectful. He did not realize that I have very good hearing. He should have known. He's just very lucky my father wasn't there. That would have been bad for him.
But if you take it as a compliment, you make it yours, and you prove him wrong, and you, the better person, all the quicker.
I don't need to be the better person. I am the one that has the fist.
We'll get dressed up. We'll go to one of the best taverns around, or if there's a ball going on, and we will have a blast. I promise you.
The answer is no.
Yes.
For
the
now.
The answer is
I'll convince you.
If Nyx is a princess, does that make you Braern the fairy godmother and Drift the knight?
Sure.
Does it mean I have to be the pumpkin? I don't want to be the pumpkin.
Well, you got the nut already.
Fuck. You always make me play the pumpkin.
Drift just leans his head back and thinks for a second and goes, "Knights fight with honor. I don't."
So I have to be the knight? You want to be the pumpkin?
Braern's gonna look Drift up and down and go, "He can dance. I can tell."
I just, at this point, turn around and leave. I'm like, why have I settled myself with these people? I don't understand why I just have to do this. Blah, 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 blah. Mumbling to herself.
Yeah. You guys follow Nyx out and make your way out of the harbor to the floating market. Um, it takes you a while to get there. There's a lot of areas that have been damaged. There are buildings that have been completely wiped away. Part of the market itself, we know, floated away. Unknown number of people missing. You see boats leaving, going out to search the nearby coast and the ocean to see if they can hopefully recover some people lost at sea.
At some point during our wanderings, I would also be looking out for my for the kids to kind of do a head count.
Okay, I'll say you're able to notice some of them. It's still like this is the first day everybody's out, so a lot of the little urchin kids are like picking up day jobs, doing labor, helping clear rubble, and hauling things out to dry when it eventually the sun comes out to dry things out. Make a perception check for me as you make your way.
I just want to toss one thing in before we get a little further along. When we leave, Drift makes sure we take a different route out because he doesn't want the location to be remembered. Because the thing he enjoys most is that it's not known.
Yep. No, and that's the way Jershon prefers it. The people who find him out are here because they are breakfast and coffee connoisseurs, and that's why he doesn't advertise. That's why he's in the building he's in, and he charges what he charges.
And Drift left 5 gold on the counter as he walked out.
Perfect. Go ahead and mark it off the sheet.
13.
13. You notice a couple of the kids. Like I said, they're definitely busy working. You know that this is a good time for them to make a little bit of money for somebody that generally lives on the streets. Either a lot of these kids sleep in hammocks under the catwalks. Some of them, live in an orphanage by day or at night and come out and work the streets for whatever money they can during the day. You guys make your way to this tea shop. Make sure I've got the right scene activated here. You guys make your way to this tea shop. As you come in, there's a nice floral garden, fountains running. It's already clean. That's the impressive thing about it is most of the businesses have been in various states of cleaning up the damage. The Mana Tea House and Patisserie is already spotless. You guys make your way to the door, and there is a Kenku person waiting at the podium for the entrance. And this Kenku opens its mouth, and you hear a kind of sultry, calm female voice that says, "Name on the reservation?"
Would be we're here to see Lady Valerie.
"One moment, please." You see they look at this sheet of paper with a list of names. They pause on one, and they go, "The private room. Right this way, please."
Quick question.
Yep.
After they said 1 moment, please, do they play hold music?
Yeah, the Kenku opens its mouth, and you hear like a little as you hear a band playing out of this little bird person's mouth. For our viewers and for those who don't know, Kenku actually can't speak for themselves. They can only repeat sounds and words, phrases that they've heard before in the voice that did it. They have perfect mimicry. And
I'm fascinated.
this little Kenku lady in a very understated dress calmly walks you through this almost like open Mediterranean cafe. Like, wooden shutters are open to let a breeze in. All of the tables have lovely centerpieces with little candles. There's a general like murmur going about. Let me get the little music going here. It's a very calm environment. Most of this building is dedicated to this tea house where people are eating all sorts of little finger foods, sandwiches. You don't see a lot of steam rising out of the cups. It, in fact, like Nyx and Drift, you would know that the one thing that the Mana Tea House is known for is that all of its teas are chilled. Because this is a hot tropical area, they're somehow able to create ice quite effectively to make a variety of... They do have some hot teas, but they are known for their chilled different types of tea. You guys are led into the back where you're expecting Lady Valerie, who has been described to you as an orcish woman who is very well off, known to live in Mira's Bastion, not particularly wealthy, but does have some money. And instead, you're met by a face that you've seen before. I'll throw it up because I didn't have an image for her before. Where's journal?
We're gonna lean over to Nalvinia and go, "Did you see the talking big bird too?"
Yeah. But have you never seen a kenku before? I didn't
A
realize
what?
they could do music. A kenku.
So as you make your way into this private sitting room, you recognize this water genasi woman from when you met with Kaelin Vesperax before you went and dove the wreck of the Gilded Gull. Her name's Tarn Sangfroid. She didn't say anything in your encounter, but she did. She made a tea for you guys that lets you benefit from the short of a long rest in the course of drinking a cup of tea. Mostly said that you would need it because you guys looked weathered before you went and dove the wreck. But she seems to be waiting for you already, legs crossed, dress casually draped across her knee, as she takes a sip of tea and motions for you all to sit down.
We know you.
Yes, my dear. Yes, you do. And I know you.
I was under the impression that we were going to speak with the Lady Valerie.
She's currently indisposed, dealing with damage from the storm as many are, but I've got all of the details of her job if you would like. Please, have a seat. What can I get for you? And she snaps her fingers and that female Kenku comes back in and waits to hear your guys' order. There's a menu laid out in front of each of you. I will post it in the Discord chat. Give me just a second here. Drinks-wise, they have a hibiscus punch, the original Mana tea, sun-brewed mint tea, and a mango sweet tea, as well as a variety of hot teas. And food, they have a mango cloud tart, a mermaid tail scone, cucumber and watercress sandwiches like any good tea shop would have, and something called curry puffs.
You didn't. You didn't. Dude.
What are you all ordering?
Well, I was gonna say, do you have any Arizona iced tea? But you mentioned curry puffs, and now I got sad.
Why are you sad?
Because it reminds me of home, you bitch.
I'm so sorry. I was just like, what else would they have that would go well like finger food?
It's really
Ooh.
good.
Yeah, so the Kenku
there-
waits for each of your orders.
They have a sun-brewed mint tea, please, and mermaid tail scones.
If you want to mark off 7 copper.
Bran will
Noticeably,
just get the
the food is much cheaper than Jershon's.
Bran will
I'll
just get the
take the
mango
curry
sweet
puffs.
tea.
Bran's just gonna get a mango sweet tea. You hear the Kenku opens his mouth, but now the voice that you heard you recognize as the person sitting across from you. Anything to eat?
No, I'll be fine. We just had breakfast.
It nods and it looks towards Nyx.
I already ordered.
Oh, sorry. Nalvinia, what was your order?
Can I get the original manatee and some curry puffs?
It nods and looks at Drift.
Just puts a hand up and shakes his head.
It nods, it goes off, and comes back with your food. Just as delicious as Jershon's, but way cheaper for some reason. Yeah, the original manatee is one of the hot teas. It robust black tea, a lot of cane sugar dumped into it. It's almost supernaturally sweet, but it's still balanced with the kind of bitterness of the black tea. The mango sweet tea, you know, Bran, this is the kind of tea that sits out in the sun, brewed under the sun, constantly stirred every couple minutes to make sure the sugar stays dissolved. It is the most refreshing tropical drink you could have. You see a bunch of chubby guys of various races sitting there fanning themselves, drinking big mugs of this same tea as they do business. Drift, you're just sitting there, chilling.
Yeah.
The curry puffs, super light, flaky pastry triangles that have been deep fried. The inside very savory. It's got just a little bit of spice, some potatoes, some peas, and some sort of meat. You're not quite sure what it is, but it almost melts in your mouth together. This aroma, this mixture of flavors.
Oh my god, this shit's so fucking good. I'm gonna try and steal a sip of Bran's drink. Because I want to taste that too.
Make a sleight of hand check for me.
Hey Bran, look over there. The guy's looking at you. Steal a sip.
What's the
So
roll?
good. It's a total of 20.
Total of
30.
20. Bran, perception check.
The natural one.
Natural one. Yeah. How much do you drink, Nalvinia? As
Out
he
the
looks
fucking cup.
over and you just see a straw and go for it.
Hey, look, a distraction.
Take half the cup and be like, oh my god, that's really good.
Yeah, it
Bran,
is.
how's the mango tea? It looks nice.
Oh, it's almost all gone. I'm just drinking it so fast. It's so good.
The Tarn waves her hand. The Kenku comes back and tops off your drink and heads back out. And Tarn looks at you all and she says, "Well, it's time for business then. So you're all here for the job at the Adventurers Guild?"
Yes.
Lady Valerie Tylin believes that her husband, Han, might be cheating on her. She says he often comes home late smelling of some strange scent that isn't any of her perfumes. He's too exhausted for the normal newlywed extracurricular activities. And makes excuses as to why he's gone all the time. What I know about Han is that he works as a manager for Surfco Shipping, warehouse number 7. His friends say that he's always wanted to sail around the world. And recently he's been working extra long hours, or at least that's what he claims to people. I would say your best bet as far as investigating this is to maybe talk to his work, some of his coworkers, maybe talk to some of his friends, see if you can find anything, any leads in that mind. I've been told he also tends to frequent the... Hang on, I gotta pull up the Heath Spice Distillery. But other than that, I'm afraid I don't have a lot of information on this little bird. Nyx. Maybe Drift. Nyx for sure. You would know that the Mana Tea House is a particular fixture in Stiltshaven. And Tarn doesn't necessarily work for your family, as she works for all of the families. This place serves as one of the information hubs of Stiltshaven, both above and below table. This is a place where information is cataloged, collected, and sold for a price. In this instance, you would know that by taking this job, Lady Valerie has likely employed Tarn to seek out information on her husband, and with Tarn not finding a lot of information, they have now moved on to the Adventurers Guild.
Right.
Is basically what's going on. If you are going to take this job, I would just ask that you each share something personal. A secret. Write it down, and she passes you each a piece of paper with an envelope.
Why do we need to share a secret?
It's part of the cost. My information isn't free. You'll be making all the gold off of this. So
Okay.
share something personal with me. And it's up to you, but she is basically asking you to, give her some sort of juicy gossip, rumor, some sort of detail about yourself other people don't know. You can decide what that is. I would like you all to send it to me in a private message. She is very insightful. Fishing. She is very insightful, so if you decide to try to deceive, please roll a deception check and send me that total as well. You can think about it over the course of the week if you need to, but I do need a personal detail about your character of some kind. And with that, she, motions again. All of your drinks are topped off, and she will gradually...
Well, I got a couple questions about this
Yes.
job. The first question is, well, maybe three questions. What does Valerie think her husband is doing? Or does she not want to say and not want to speculate to herself?
She's under the
She thinks he's
assumption
cheating.
that her husband is cheating on her.
Okay. Second question. If we find out what's happening, what do you want us to do with this information? Beat him up? Come back to Valerie?
She's merely seeking confirmation or dismissal of what she believes.
Okay, the third and final question. Do you know how to dance?
There's a little hint of a smirk on her lips as she nods her head and she goes, I've been told I'm quite the dancer from many a man.
Perfect. Can you explain to Nyx how important dancing is in high society functions?
She looks at Nyx, looks back at you, and she goes, in this high society of Stiltshaven, there hasn't been much need for dancing. Unless you're the partying type. I know all of the details on all the best parties.
Tell you what, as part of my price with the gold, just let's say a good, clean location and time of a good, clean party we would like to go to. Nothing rowdy, just
He would like to go to. I do not want to go.
we would like to go to, and we are going to have a blast.
She thinks for a second and then nods. If that is what you want, I'm sure I could accommodate you with that information on completion of the job.
Oh, fun.
And even as it's getting hot. It's still like the rain's off and on, but it's getting hot and muggy, and she looks just cool. You don't see a trickle of sweat on her head as you guys are sitting here. Does anybody else have any questions for her?
What was the husband's name again?
Han.
Han Tylen. I'll put it in stream chat for chat as well. As well as so it's Lady Valerie Tylen and Han Tylen. And they are both orcs. Kind of like higher middle class.
I'm gonna poke Drift. Heat spice. It's the same place where all the rum is missing. At least I think, unless they spell heat spice differently.
Tarn would pick up on this and spreading your wings across multiple jobs, I see. It is.
Oh no, we
indeed.
just heard about it. We haven't confirmed anything.
Right. And she winks at you. It is the same distillery that is missing a shipment of 20 barrels of their finest rum. Such a shame. My little birds haven't picked anything up on that yet.
If we find out what happened, can we tell you for money?
If there's any sort of juicy details involved, I would be very appreciative.
Like juice. Okay.
When she says her little birds, Brandon's just going to look pointedly at Nyx.
Just shake my head. Which, actually, yeah.
Anybody else have any questions for her?
So, clues we found is that he's a manager and he frequents the distillery, yes?
Correct. That is the information that she's been able to get out of some of his friends and whatever connections she has in the city.
Yeah, and he wants to sail around the world, and he's working extra long hours. And he works at a warehouse 7.
Yep. Warehouse 7 of Surfco Shipping.
Yep. Where do we go first? What should we do?
Drift would ask where their house is located.
Their house is she's already said that Lady Valerie is at home in Mira's Bastion. She will I would say you have a map of the city. She would point to it on your map for you.
Remember, we're supposed to be doing this discreetly. Discretion is... We don't want him to know that she thinks he's cheating on her.
She's basically looking for an edge up on any future divorce proceedings. So please remember that she does not want him to know she is on to him, whatever he may be up to.
What if we pose as debt collectors?
Does he have any debts?
We could pretend he does. Maybe he doesn't know about it, but his friends don't know that.
He has been known to have financial troubles from time to time.
Score.
Always looking for a simple payday. Something about those people who dream of owning a boat one day. Always scheming,
Oh.
always losing money.
Wonder if he stole the frickin' ship.
Well, if we find him, we can ask him. But, should we start with the warehouse or the distillery?
Warehouse. Or distillery. Distillery. Sorry, I meant distillery.
Distillery, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Alright, you guys head on over to, unless anybody has any other questions, you head on over to the Heath Spice Distillery, which is conveniently located in the floating market. They are not done rebuilding from the storm, as part of the barge that they are on, one of the corners is dipping down into the water, and they're frantically trying to stuff rum into the other side of this barge to counterbalance some of the weight and alleviate some of that pressure as they work on fixing the float underneath. What do you all do?
This place is underwater, guys. It's not gonna survive long. Get it?
Oh, I got it. Sorry. Good one, Alvinia. Took a moment.
Nobody
Took a moment.
appreciates my humor. Only you, Nathaniel. Only you.
Now, was it your joke or Nathaniel's joke? And you're just
It was
passing off
mine.
his humor.
Shut up.
and-
I didn't steal it. It was mine.
I'm rolling an insight on that, and that's a dirty 20.
No, it was definitely mine. Fuck you, Nathaniel. He's a dirty cheat. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, so you guys make you're there. You know, the barge itself clearly isn't going under. They're just trying to rebalance it while they have some of the city engineers come out and fix that corner of this barge. What are you guys doing? Are you going to talk to some of the patrons here? Are you looking for a worker? It is like a kind of like a modern day distillery where there's a large sitting tasting room. Not so much in the way of food, just a lot of different rums or rum concoctions that they make with their flagship spiced rum.
Sweet.
It's
So
literally
there's-
called flagship spiced rum.
So there's 2 things here. There's the Han Talon thing, and then there's the missing rum.
Correct.
I
I
find
would-
out the monkey stole the rum. I'm going to be livid.
Why? Monkey's not legally allowed to drink or something?
They're not 21 yet.
That's speciesism.
Anyways.
Who wants to talk to the people?
So here's the
Not it.
thing. Here's the thing. Nyx is probably better at this than Amber is.
That's fine. Give me your best shot, and then we will use the dice to assist in that.
Okay.
Just remember that
Uh,
I would just offer the advice of keep it in mind that Nyx is a little bit more accustomed to approaching things politically as a member of the family that she is.
yeah. That's my problem.
It's We'll work with it, whatever you got.
We can workshop it.
Okay.
Click on
So
and say, where is my money? Give now. There you go.
for his money. So I'm gonna find probably somebody that looks more in charge.
Okay, there is a well-dressed dwarf. Half moon spectacles, kind of business attire. Seems to be coordinating with multiple people, doing various things throughout the business. would you say that either you or Drift have been to the distillery before? Is it someplace you would frequent? Are you a rum drinker?
I am not. No.
Drift?
No.
Okay. You probably recognize him more on reputation than anything else, just being keyed into the city. You figure that this man, this dwarvish man, hardy man, is Dashter Zale. Or sorry, Dashter Heath Spice, one of the brothers who owns Heath Spice Distillery, and more of the active manager of the property.
Okay. I would go up to Mr. Heath Spice. Heath Spice? Heath Spice. How are you faring after this horrible storm, my friend?
You're muted, buddy.
You're muted.
Oh, it's a fucking disaster is what it is. Half my shop's sinking into the fucking ocean, and I've got to move rum in the back just to get the ship afloat.
Right. I probably should have noticed that before. Well, I hope we could help a little bit. We heard that you have missing rum. We were coming from the Adventurers Guild to see if we could help.
Oh, you hear about the rum? Well, he's been missing for about, you see him do a little math, and he's like, 3 weeks now. It was, just being offloaded. Or just getting ready to be loaded in the harbor. He was going to ship it to Mythos and charge them a premium for 20 casks of rum. Now it's fucking gone.
Was there any clue to see who took it? How it disappeared? 20 casks of rum is a lot of rum to just walk away.
It is a lot of fucking rum. You'd need a ship or something. Caravan, wagon. I don't know of any caravans that left in that time, but there is a ship missing from the harbor.
I did hear about this too.
Fucking pirates is what it is.
It could be pirates. Pirates coming all the way into the to be able to steal your rum is a little bit weird, though, don't you think?
It's either pirates or somebody working for the pirates. That's what I think.
Little bit off topic. Do you know a Han Talon? How long has he been around?
Well, he and his mistress have lived in the city their whole life. But how long has he been coming around here? Yeah, less so in recent weeks. But he was a good customer before then.
How long ago did he stop coming around so much?
Well, it's been about a month or so since he stopped coming here.
Interesting. That is very strange. You wouldn't happen to know if anything happened that he would stop coming. A good customer like that you wouldn't want to lose.
No, I often was drinking with the sailors. And that one woman that he always came in with. What was her name? Melvira? No. Melira. Melira Vexwind was her name.
How do you spell that?
I will copy paste. Copy pasta.
Because I'm actually taking notes, guys.
I'm so proud of you. Yeah, he and Toro used to come in and buy drinks for all the sailors. Oh, I'm losing the accent.
That's okay. And this woman, who is she?
She's from out of town. I came in on board a ship about 6 months ago. spending money all over town. That's all I know.
Now back to the rum. So you think probably pirates or someone such like this. But if it was not pirates, do you have any idea who else it could be?
Well, I would expect one of... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'd expect, I was slipping back in the game.
That's Russian.
Yeah, I know. I
Okay.
just lost the fucking... The mob families. Gosh damn. Basically, what he's going to say, because I'm going to lose it here in a
That's fine.
second. Basically, the information that he says is he would have expected a family such as yours, but the fact that you're taking the job, he assumes your family isn't involved. There is the Labosi family, another mafia family in the area that could have done it, as well as the Iron Band street gang is known to frequently rob distilleries, but they've been quiet a little bit in recent weeks. Even quiet before the heist itself.
Well, what do the rest of you think? Do you have any other questions for him that might get us on the way?
There would also be, sorry, the other one would be the shrimp cartel.
The what?
The shrimp cartel?
Are they made up of shrimps or?
No, it's a, Nyx would recognize that as one of the more devious kind of gangs. They tend to peddle drugs and other illicit substances to some of the dock workers. They operate almost exclusively out of the Stillwater slums.
What was the name of the ship the rum was originally supposed to be loaded on?
Jesus Christ, man. Ship name.
The Bon Annie. And Bonnie. Bonnie's bonnet.
The Bon Marie.
Where's that ship now?
He wouldn't know that information. Likely, he speculates it's likely helping in the search and rescue operations underway for the part of the floating market that, like, it's like where his barge is sinking. You're looking out at the ocean now, and Nyx and Drift would notice that this used to be like halfway into the floating market from the harbor itself.
All of them are asking very important questions and finding out really important stuff. Can I sneak away?
Roll a stealth check for me.
I'll roll my actual dice.
If you guys want, you can contest with a perception check, but we're gonna consider it. If you roll a 15, we're gonna do 20-24. If you roll a 15, you're hidden. People don't notice you slip away unless they actively roll against that.
I got a 25 total.
Okay, 25 total.
I do not see you.
22.
Okay.
Natural 20
Okay, what's the modifier?
for 25.
Okay. Drift, you clock as Nalvinia is kind of standing in the background, watching, bobbing her head, looking around. There's an unusual little flurry of activity as a couple barrels of rum are moved to one side and the dock kind of lurches and settles a little bit more level, and then nobody else but you notices as Nalvinia kind of at that same moment takes that distraction. And where are you going, Nalvinia?
inside the place.
Yeah.
I don't
so
know if there's an
you
office.
guys are
or
kind of
something.
in like an open, like this would be like a beer garden outside of a restaurant. You make your way in. There's like the actual tasting room itself with a 25. Other than Drift, you can basically go anywhere you want in this building and nobody's gonna notice.
There's gotta be an office. I want to go to the office. Everybody knows if it's insurance fraud, it's always gotta be the top guy. So I'm taking a step first.
Drift, you do clock this. What is your reaction as you see her kind of dip away and everybody else continues talking to Dashter?
I guess I'd wait for like a lull in the conversation and then just lean in to Nyx and like very, very quietly whisper that the young one has gone in.
Yeah, I'd say this happens as Brian's kind of asking about ships and, do you know where the Bon Marie is? That's when you're able to kind of lean in and whisper to Nyx. Nyx, you take a look around, or you just kind of casually, peek around. You don't see Nalvinia, so you know who he's
Okay.
talking about.
I give a very subtle, nod of the head.
And meanwhile, Nalvinia, you make your way through, kind of ducking behind barrels of rum stacked up here. They do also have a whiskey that they make. You can see the two distinct different barrels, but you do spot an office in the back. You make your way that way. What do you do?
Go into the office.
Door is locked.
Well, that's inconvenient.
It is a like frosted glass window, kind of generic office door. You don't think it's too difficult of a lock, and
If I don't have thieves' tools, can I still open it?
I would say without thieves' tools, it would be more of a can you time the noise of breaking the glass to reach in with something, and we could see how.
I want to break this. If there's a frosted window, can I try and flip the latch and climb it that way?
Do you have a dagger or something? I would say make just a dexterity check for me to see if you're able to jimmy open this window somehow.
Would you like sleight of hand?
Sure.
Take that. 19.
19, yeah, you are able to kind of jimmy this window open. You see that the lock, you're able to see the shadow of the latch on the other side. It's not quite closed, and you're able to jimmy it loose and lift this window up a little bit and slip inside.
I'm gonna close it behind me and just curiously walk over to the desk, lift a couple papers, put them back. Are there any important documents?
Make a investigation check for me.
Oh, border. Let's roll. That's a natural 1.
Natural 1. You see some. Do you speak Dwarvish?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. Okay. You see a nice leather book. You open it up like, ooh, what's this? And there's a bunch of numbers and words like shipment and payment received and different names. It's above table. It's just a ledger. It is their ledger.
I feel my brain cells dying at the root to
It's
the point.
math. Yeah. Fuck that. That's math. Ain't nothing important in there. You rummage your way through this office looking around. It isn't so much that there's something important, as in there's nothing important. Other than the ledger, its office is strangely well kept. Not a lot of. Oh my goodness, puppy. Not a lot of
No secret bags of
things
gold.
out of order. Nothing really, bag of gold on 19.
Secret bag of gold.
Secret bag of gold.
So not one on my investigation. Feel free to say no.
Yeah, definitely not. There is a big locked chest in the corner that you don't even seem to notice. It looks like a couch. And,
Lame.
yeah.
Does it open from the inside? Can I slip back out through the door or not?
Yeah, if you try it from the inside, you open, it unlocks. It's just got one of those little, like, twist lock on the backside.
On the way back, do you think there's like a group of like sailors or like workers just chatting,
There
chilling
would
somewhere?
be kind of like an inventory manager, and then a couple of extra bartenders are here off, like, wouldn't normally be here, but they're helping move casks and whatnot around, as well as the normal warehouse staff. It isn't so much as all of their product is kept here, but just a lot of like the more freshly distilled stuff is here, and they're moving it around to help settle the barge.
I'm gonna pretend to just slip in next, like I'll slip in next to one of the workers, help them carry stuff, and be like, "That missing rum, am I right?"
Roll a deception check for me.
Come on, not 20. 17 plus 7.
17 plus 7. Okay.
24.
Let me roll for just a commoner here. That's just a flat 13 on the die. Yeah, this guy, human, blistered skin from the sun, he just looks over at you and he goes, "Yeah, imagine 20 barrels of rum."
Who do you think took it? It'd have to be a really big person.
A really big person or a lot of people.
You think a gang or something took it?
Probably. Or pirates. Seems to be a common theme in Stilthaven, the common folk. Whenever something goes
Like
wrong,
rum.
pirates.
They would like rum. Pirates and rum. Why didn't I connect that? Obviously.
I've heard they've sent people to steal our rum before. Usually the guards kill them, though, and then they put their heads on pikes out at the harbor.
Oh, cool.
One guy, they slit his skin at all of the joints, and then they pulled him apart with ropes. It was awesome.
Sick.
Yeah.
Gross, but sick. Do you know where Han is?
Han.
Hmm?
You talking about that drunk guy?
I think so. Talon Lin.
Yeah, Han Tai Lin. He's always
Yeah,
here
found-
with that weird floozy woman with the large chesticles, They're always buying people drinks. I hear they also go to some of the other taverns in town, like the, what's the other one? Kraken's Colon. They're known to go there as well. In the slums.
The Kraken's colon. Oh, God.
Yep.
Why do they buy drinks for people? Who does that?
Must have some money or something.
Did they ever say why? Are they trying to hire you? They're trying to steal you from this place, aren't they?
I think they're just chatty drinkers. I don't know.
When's the last time you saw this Malira? Maybe I want some of that drink money.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
While this is going on, what are you guys doing? It's few minutes are going by. Now Vinia's not back yet.
I mean, I would just be talking to the guy, see if I can find any more information.
I would say you roll a persuasion check for me as well.
For me, it's an 8.
Burn Drift, if you want in on that as well, you can. Yeah. the worker that you're with now, Vinia, he doesn't really. It's been a while. I'm not really sure. It's been a lot going on the last couple days. Hard to peg down the timeline.
19.
19. Brandon, what was yours?
Brand's is 14, but he's heading over towards where they're trying to fix the barge, and he's going to start using mending. He's going to
Perfect,
talk to
yeah.
the workers about it.
Yeah. Drift,
And
what are you
Drift-
doing?
Drift is just kind of like pacing around, looking like he's checking out the damage and watching the workers, but really he's trying to get a look further in to see if he can keep track of our own little chaos incarnate.
Yeah, I think at some point you do. You just see now Vinia, at this point, she's got a hard hat and a safety vest on, and she's rolling a barrel along with this human guy, and they're just kind of chatting as they roll a barrel over to the other side, and then she's out of your view again somewhere in the warehouse. Seems like she's making herself at home.
Yeah, sees that and just rolls his eyes.
Looks like she's worked here every day for the last year. Nobody really seems to notice. Brern, you go over, and I'll say, as you start casting mending and helping the workers, what kind of questions are you asking?
It's just if there was any weird people coming around, any people who were casing the joint that you saw, or kind of describe, like, if you saw anyone standing outside just looking at it, watching shipments, stuff like that.
Nothing like that he recalls. He does remember one time escorting a drunken Han out of the warehouse.
So Han was back where he shouldn't have been.
Yeah, at one point in time. Fucking 3 sheets to the wind, though.
Huh. Interesting.
Luckily, that lady
Keeps
that he's
casting
with
mending.
collected him, and they went on their way somewhere. And Nyx, are you still talking to Dasher? Who are you talking to?
I think I would talk to Dasher for a little bit just to get everything I can from him, and then I would go talk to, like, someone not quite full worker level, but, like, maybe sub-manager type thing.
I would say the manager is busy in the back working with some of the group, like Nalvinia. Dasher is kind of looking over the bar or watching, like trying to help out inside, but he's also keeping an eye and like dealing more with the construction crew who are making a lot of headway with Brern's help casting mending. Most places generally are just having to fix by hand. City engineers come through, and if your barge is particularly important, they will send work crews out to help. It doesn't seem like anybody's helping the distillery at this point, but with Brern's help, they're making a lot of progress fixing up a float that they're about to push back under this side of the barge.
Okay.
I would say you're able to see a bartender talking to kind of like a somebody who's just here already drinking, like their house wasn't hurt, and they're, instead of helping their friends, they're out here, imbibing in the rum.
Sure. Then I guess I could talk to them. Or actually, the other thing I was thinking is I could go outside and try and flag down one of my orphans.
Yeah, if you, I would say you could see an orphan there who's kind of found getting tossed a couple silver pieces to do some rope binding to help make this float. You see working with Brern, and she notices you and comes running over, hands out, expecting a little bit of money as she.
And this is one of mine, or just
yeah,
random?
little kid, little girl, one of your little orphans comes up, Lady Nyx, it's so good to see you. Do you have some work for me?
Do a little one. A couple of things. If you could have your friends and you look around, see what you can find. I'm looking for what happened. any rumors about where the rum that was stolen from this place? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently there were some, and I would give the, like, see if, like, the LeBeau's family or the shrimp cartel.
Yeah.
I would just
Right.
basically tell her,
Yeah,
um,
basically the information that you've got, have you heard anything about these
yeah,
people being involved, anything like that? Any other questions for her?
yeah, and then any information she can find on Milara Vexwind, particularly, and I'd give her 5 silver to start, and I'd tell her any information that her and her friends can find would give more.
So as far as I'll say she leaves and, you guys like hang out around the distillery for, that she'll generally come back to look for you in about an hour or two as she goes and spreads the word. And as she comes back, she'll tell you that the last time Malira or Han were observed was at the Kraken's colon the night before a ship went missing from the harbor. Neither of them have been seen since then, and strangely, usually on the rum, when 20 barrels of rum goes missing and winds up in somebody's pockets, usually prices go down or there's some sort of, rumor on the street as to who did it. This time, nobody seems to know. There aren't any rumors as to any of the local places having been involved, which is out of the normal. Usually there's like the odd guy and the odd, homeless guy in the slums who's claiming he, stole the 20 barrels, but whenever the kids look into it, it's very clear, like, this guy doesn't have a penny to his name. Where would he store 20 barrels of rum? No real leads in the city.
Okay. Can I find out how many of the children helped?
Let's see. I'll roll it here. Let's see. She says she talked to about 7 kids.
Okay.
In different areas. Or 7 kids known to associate in different areas.
Right. So like 7 of my
7 of
group.
yours, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give her. I'm going to pull out a little pouch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put 7 gold in it. 1 for each of you, yes?
She nods.
Make sure you don't lose it. And everybody gets 1.
She clutches it really tight, kind of puts it into a very, secure pocket in her jacket, makes sure to zip the zipper and double checks it a couple times, and then goes back over to helping the Braren and some of the workers with this tying knots for the rope.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that is what you guys get from the distillery. Where are you guys heading next?
Well, as we walk away, once I'm sure we're clear, I'll walk up to Nalvinia and just be like, "Did you have a good look in the back?"
Yeah. His office had nothing but numbers and shit. No hidden gold, no nothing. And I talked to some of the people, and they said there was a floozy with big boobies, that used to go with him to the Kraken's colon. With Han, I mean. And, that the pirates probably stole the rum. At least that's what he thinks, but...
It's always pirates.
But we
Han
could go
was-
to the Kraken's colon. They usually go to there. The
Han was definitely casing the joint. He faked being drunk to get into the back to see all the barrels, and then his girl got him out of trouble once he got caught.
He has not been seen since the day before the ship went missing. The last he was seen was at the Kraken's colon. I do believe he has stolen the ship.
with the rum in it. He is a pirate. Or he's becoming a pirate.
Probably becoming.
Which ship do you think he stole?
Now,
super
Linnea
fast
and Drift, I'm gonna have you guys roll a history check for me.
Why you gotta do
Or
this,
sorry,
man?
sorry, Nyx and Drift, the people from Stiltshaven.
I was gonna say.
12.
12?
16.
16. So you're a little bit more, well, yeah, it resonates a little bit more with you, Nyx, as she says, trying to become a pirate. It's not unheard of over the course of Stiltshaven's history for someone to come into town acting well off and tempting or luring people into a situation or a series of situations that find them indebted and sometimes forced into piracy to pay off that debt. And that's how a lot of people wind up leaving Stiltshaven. It's a common tactic for the pirate kingdom.
I would relay
Han's
that
in
information.
Han's in a situationship.
Yeah, maybe.
We should
Hate
We should-
that. Never do that again.
we should probably go to his work and see if he has been seen there since the ship went missing also.
Good idea. And then the Kraken's colon?
Yeah, so just to
Yeah.
steamroll through this a little quick, you guys make your way to Surf Co. Shipping Warehouse number 7. You talk to the workers there with the rolls you guys got. Nobody has seen, the last time he was heard from, the answer tends to repeat itself. He hasn't been seen since the night before the ship went missing, just prior to the explosion. He's been with this Malira lady, maybe not some of the people who know him a little better. Maybe it wasn't so much a romance as in just they're seen drinking together a lot. And then another thing that you guys tend to hear is that he was working quite a few hours and was getting very worn down prior to meeting Malira. And after they met, he seemed to have more energy. Nobody's really sure if they were sleeping together or not, but something about her arrival has... he seemed to have more energy when she was in town. Didn't seem as exhausted from work, long days in a warehouse. Seemed more chipper and spry, but he would often crash for like 2 or 3 days at a time in either a random hotel room, or he'd go home, get in an argument with his wife, and sleep on the couch for a couple of days, like almost in a coma.
Skooma.
What's that?
All right.
Skooma?
Not skooma, but
What's skooma?
there is.
Do I know of any drugs that would kind of have real big uppers and then a crash? From my research in the
roll?
Grand Temple.
You tell me what you want to roll for this, because I'm not sure what it would be under.
Probably medicine.
Go for it. Yeah, medicine works. I'll say
It's a natural one.
I'll say roll with advantage is
Like-
what I was gonna say, because you're kind of hitting the nail on the head on something.
That's a 3 for a 7.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you know that they're like, the thought crosses your mind that maybe this guy's on drugs. You in your duties in the temple, you were taught how to help people coming off of drugs, like help rehabilitate. You didn't so much get experience with the drugs themselves. You are aware that there are a few different compounds that, give people a lot of energy and then, crash. It's not uncommon for uppers to have a hard crash, but nothing in particular.
Well, I'll voice my concerns to the party and say I don't know the drugs in particular, but this is the kind of stuff we've seen before. The Grand Temple.
I'd say anybody else then could make a flat medicine roll for me.
20? Dirty 20?
11.
12.
12.
You would know what the drugs are.
Nix, your family has recently been... Your family has always been a kind of like, we're a necessary evil, we keep the streets clean. If crime is organized, it doesn't affect the city as badly, and you kind of look at yourself as like this, dark police force, if that makes sense, of keeping the city straight, which is very hard in a town of 825,000 odd, 850,000 people in this city-state. Like, this is a massive city that you guys are in. Recently, the last 6 months to a year, you guys have been starting to come across more and more people just passed out, almost in a coma, unable to wake up, having gone, worked for days on end and then just crashing. You've heard it called as crimson dust, though I don't think you would have personally had any yourself. You have heard of this strange red powder on the streets that people have been smoking.
Okay. Do I know which of the families deals in drugs?
As
If any
far
of
as
them?
the people that you do know who deal in drugs would be the shrimp cartel. You're not super aware of their business. Like, you do know that they're one of the drug peddlers out there. You don't know if they deal in crimson dust or not. Generally, they're known for more of the skooma, your usual uppers and downers, not so much the hard stuff, but if I were to put it in terms like pot and coke dealers, not so much the heroin or meth dealers.
Right, okay.
Is the shrimp cartel selling and smoking Old Bay seasoning?
That is one of their strains of a particular flower that you can smoke.
What the fuck is this reference?
It's
Explain
called
it,
Old
Dan.
Bay Kush.
Old Bay seasoning?
Old
You
Bay
don't have
is a
that?
seafood seasoning commonly
Okay.
used on the East Coast, especially with shrimp.
Oh, brother.
Crabs.
Okay.
You don't have
crabs
Old
and
Bay
shrimp,
out there?
Shellfish. No,
They might call it something else.
I think.
Old Bay is just an East Coast thing? You don't have it on the West?
We have it out here, but it's not as popular for seafood.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it until I was more involved in Louisiana, Florida area. Out here, we don't have the shrimp. Out here isn't as good as over there. More iodine in the water over there, which is better for the shrimp. Anyways, that's getting off track. So with this kind of new information, these strands kind of pulling together, it seems like maybe a couple of these jobs you picked up are more intertwined than you first realized. And with that kind of renewed energy as the city's rebuilding, you guys are starting to piece some things together, and we'll have to see what happens with that next week. as it's currently pumpkin time for Nix and Drift. So, let's get
Next
some
week
quick
is-
announcements from Nalvini.
Is Christmas Eve. Are we doing it next week?
Ooh, no.
No.
No, we will take next week off for the holidays. Everybody have a good holiday. And so we will follow this up. Are you
On
guys
New Year's?
available on New Year's? You
I'm
guys
available.
Have plans?
I don't.
Yeah, then we will pick this up on New Year's Eve for,
Oh, what a day.
yeah. We will celebrate at the end of session on New Year's Eve.
Sure.
For the East Coasters over there, and Fox, who will
Provided
be
provided nothing comes up.
okay. Let me know. If not, we'll put an announcement out in our Discord, which is a good segue to our first announcement. We have a Discord. Our viewers are welcome to join. You can see some of the private chats or engage in the chats of the different campaigns and see some of the information put out for yourself. We have gaming channels. You guys are welcome to hang out and game in. Come join our Discord. And Fox has a few other quick announcements while I find us a raid.
Yes, we do. Our next stream that you should look forward to is this Sunday, Nikuman's Workshop, a one-shot run by a brand new DM, Danis, who's going to attempt to enter the foray, and we shall attempt to drive him insane. So join us as we play evil characters in a not-so-magical world, and see how that goes. And then you can join us on alternate Tuesdays when we have When Nine Lights Rise. We'll keep you updated on when the next session will be through our Discord, along with our next regular schedule for Veridia, Roots of Ruin, which will be clearly on New Year's. So 3 different campaigns, a whole variety of tastes for you, and sometimes we do other stuff like Among Us, community games, etc. So check us out, and I think that's all I have. You can also check out our side projects. TikToks for Azrael, personal Twitch channel for Booty, and Springer's Knives. Have fun. We should look for a raid.
We do have a raid lined up. We're going to be raiding over into Astro Bear 64. He's currently playing his first playthrough of Onimusha Warlords. So show him some love. Let him know where you found him from. The phrase of the day is Manatee House.
Manatee Patisserie.
Yeah. Other than that, we will see you all on Sunday for Nikuman's Workshop. And look forward to seeing the rest of us post our characters and their story in the Discord. Until then, we will see you all next time, and all that's left to say is bye, everybody.
Bye.